Hey, so this video is just going to be about everything you need to know if you're thinking about getting a chinchilla. Basically, I'm just kind of put like all the research into like right here, so you really don't have to do any research. This is going to be just basically everything you need to know. Um, or if you just want to know about chinchillas. Uh, so our chinchilla, altogether, costs $305. We got as a package deal. It came with the chinchilla, the cage, and a bunch of supplies. So that is a good deal. Chinchillas can be expensive themselves. They could be like, I feel like average if you're going to pet stores like $150. I've seen that like a lot of times. But if you buy online, you'll probably get like more prices because pet stores usually just like they kind of wing it. They don't specialize in things, so like they're more just like a general thing. So it's like yeah, like they kind of make the prices up a little bit. But different breeds are going to be different prices. You're going to pay more for certain breeds. Ours is a tan chinchilla, so we pay a little more for him versus you get like a gray chinchilla for cheaper. But if you don't want to go to a pet store, or the pet store doesn't have a package deal, I definitely recommend buying basically everything online. Online is gonna be way cheaper in like every way. It's just things we paid $15 for, we found online for $5. So definitely go online. And so basically, I'm gonna start out with like everything you're gonna need for the chinchilla. Um, so you need a large cage with multiple different levels. It kind of like a fair cage, but like it can be smaller. It's like a guinea pig cage and fair cage mixed together. I think ours is just Katie brand. That's like just a standard brand. It's like just a small and like a small like mammals. I'm sure. Yeah, I think they just do small mammals. So I'm gonna show you my cage really quick. Just hold on 1 second. Okay, so that's his cage. I took a bunch of the stuff out for this video because I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff. But as you see, he's got a lot of energy, so you definitely want to have the multiple different levels. And so he can like they want to like jump around and stuff. And what's nice about this cage is that you can actually move those levels. I moved them like they got moved so he could hop around more. We put him higher up because chinchillas jump. So, but I'll get into more about that later. Okay, so yeah, you'll definitely need a cage, and cages can be kind of hold on, what happens? I don't know. The cage is gonna be like one of the most expensive parts. So I definitely recommend getting a cage online. I know Chewy.com has like crazy cheap stuff. Their stuff is like really crazy. I've never bought anything from there. But when I started looking at Chewy, like I was just like, damn, like why did I buy anything from the pet store? Because pet stores always do that. They always cost a lot more. I don't know why they do that, but they do. So except for the cage with the multiple different levels, you're gonna need a couple different things. You need shoe blocks. I have a couple of different examples here. This is one that he like really likes. It's like a treat, but it's still like for chewing. Their teeth are constantly growing, so you need these. And he really liked this one. This one's his favorite one. Um, and then here's another example that he really likes. This is his other favorite one. It's a cheeseburger, but it has like you can see like it has like the different textures. So he's like eating part of the burger, but it has different textures which he really likes. And he can like move it around, so that's good because they still need stimulation in the cage. Even though a lot of their stimulation just comes from running up and down. And then he also really likes these sticks. These are sticks. It comes in like a bundle of sticks, and then they have like a little tie that is also made out of sticks. The whole bundle of sticks is actually the chew toy, but he ripped it apart. But he loved these so much, like he really, really, really liked these. It like he still plays with them all the time, and so now there's just like 50 sticks in there. So okay, so that's like his chew toys. You know, they like those a lot. They really need them too. Like you had to put those in there because most of the teeth will get too long, and then that's a problem. That's kind of you want to avoid. And then you also need something called chinchilla or just like a cold block, like cooling block. You can get these. I think you can get them for like this is what we pay like $20 for, but it was only like $5 online. It's just a piece of granite, and it stays cold, just because that's how granite is. And they need this because their fur is so dense, they overheat really easily. They have like really dense fur, and I can tell you more about that later. So they overheat. So this is for like them to lay on because it stays colder than the rest of the room. Like just feeling it right now, it's cold. And like if it's really hot, you can put it in the refrigerator, and it'll be like extra extra cold. They really like that. Just make sure it's like wipe it off so it's not wet at all. I'll get into more about that later too. And then you're gonna need Timothy hay. I don't know if you know about guinea pigs. Guinea pigs constantly like they need constant supply of Timothy hay, and so do chinchillas. They always need to be in there. So this is just a Timothy hay we have, and T really likes it. I really like how it smells too. We actually have ours in like it's like a little ball. It's like a cage for the Timothy hay that like hangs. He'll like pick the Timothy hay out of it, and he really likes doing that. He really really likes that. I think he likes that more than just being on the ground. So it's like kind of your own chinchilla and its own personality. But the more stimulation, the better, especially when they're in a cage. You're gonna need a dust bath. You can just get that wherever they can't get wet. This is something really important about chinchillas that they can't get wet. Their fur is like so dense that even if it gets like wet on the outside, like air if they get wet and it looks dry on the outside, it won't be dry. Like it can be still be very wet like on the inside because it's so dense. So what that can happen is like they can get hypothermia, and they can get like mildew and just like nasty stuff. It's really the whole thing's not good. So just completely avoid getting them wet, and that's why they take dust baths. So it's just like, hold on, let me grab it really quick. 1 second. So this dust bath we have. It's got a little chinchilla on it. It just says natural dust bath. And this is volcanic ash, but that's what they use to get clean. They don't ever get them wet. And then you're also good. He poops in here a little bit. So there's poop, but like you also need like something to put the dust bath in, something they can fit in and like roll around in. I'll post a link to a video of a chinchilla taking a bath so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about in the description. But yeah, and he takes a bath all the time. There's dust all over. You don't have to keep this in here. You don't have to keep the bath in there all the time, but at least like 3-4 times a week, like minimum. I keep it in there all the time because I feel like it's more comfortable. But dust does get like everywhere with that, so like there'll be dust. Like there's dust all over his cage right now. Okay, so the food they eat, he's just eating like regular chinchilla food. There's some kind of important things to know about food. You want to get like the most bland food possible, like just like nutrition, like just a nutritional like boring food. If you get like ones with like fruit in them, like the colorful fruity ones, it's just like their basic diet. They'll start selectively eating, and that means like they'll only eat the parts that they like. So like fruit is supposed to be like a treat, like a really occasional treat, because it's got so much sugar in it. And chinchillas can get diabetes, and they'll get overweight, and that'll be really bad for them. So if they just start eating the fruit, then like they're not getting the nutrition they need. So you should keep like just a completely plain like food that you put in their food bowl, and you can give them treats and stuff. There's a lot. I can get into healthy treats like right after I talk about food. And so yeah, I just keep it in here. This is just what they gave us with them. I'm not sure what. Like, you want the food to just There's like blue stuff in here. I don't know what that is, honestly, at all. But you want the food to basically just be like this. Oh, just like the little pellets, like, like that, because yeah, you don't want them to start selectively feeding, and you don't want them to get overweight and have health issues or anything like that. And then so just leave food in there all the time. That's what I do. I just leave food in there all the time, and he just eats whatever. And then so for treats, these are really bad. The yogurt drops are actually really bad. The first ingredient is sugar. So obviously, since the chills can get diabetes and he overweight, that's not good for them at all. These are dandelion, and what you should really be feeding him is just you feed him like dandelion flowers. Just you can just pick it from outside, just to make sure it hasn't been sprayed with pesticides or anything. They like dandelions. There's a bunch of different stuff they like. They like lots of different stuff. I don't know. I have a list. I'm actually starting like an online store for like a bunch of different small animal treats, and that'll definitely be on there. So once that's up, I'll link it like into the description. Um, so then it's just gonna be healthy treats. It's not. It's not gonna be anything like these yogurt drops. Um, it's not gonna be like this. It's gonna be like real organic stuff, like the actual just flour itself, instead of just this kind of. It's kind of just like bullshit, honestly. So they just filled with random stuff. So that's not very good. And then so they're gonna need a house, like a little igloo. It has to be big enough for them to live in, obviously. We got the biggest size. There's a place for them to hide, that so they feel like covered in. Like if you know about like small animals, you've probably seen like the little like hamster houses, little like small igloos. So they definitely need that. Then you also need a water bottle in there. They have to drink water. Don't do a bowl. You could do a bowl if you want, but they'll probably get wet from that. I don't even know if they're gonna like. They had to kind of know how to drink from that in order to drink from it. So I would recommend against the bowl because they could get wet, and we just have like the smallest water bottle, and we'll just refill it because he doesn't really drink that much. So yep, that's all the supplies you need to know about. It's really everything with the supplies. So now I'm going to put this stuff away, grab a chinchilla, kind of talk about the personality a little bit. So just there's some more information coming, so just hold on one second. Okay, so he's a chinchilla. He's still a baby. He's gonna wait. Hold on. Come on. Hold on a second. Okay. So he is. He's really soft. Really rambunctious. Got a lot of energy. Our chinchilla is really outgoing. Yes, he's real soft. But they like to run around a lot. So okay, so basically the personality is kind of skittish. Ours is like ours is pretty nice. He'll just let you he'll run into your hands, but as you can see, they're kinda like ferrets. If you know about ferrets, they have like really high energy. They want to run around. They really don't want to be held. I mean, he's totally fine being held, but they want to move a lot. They're kind of always on the go. But they're skittish. They're animals of prey. So like evolutionarily, like just like they're sketched, like they're scared. So it's really bad to chase them around, like with your hands. Like you just want kind of to let him come to you, and let him get used to you. And like ours will just like walk into our hands. So as you can see though, he's very very energetic. And yeah, so then you get taken out a lot. One thing though about taking him out is they get into things. They really get into things. You don't want to leave him alone. We left ours alone. He started like eating drywall. Like he was just going crazy. And they get into like crevices and cracks. That's where they like to go. He gets into the bed. Like he'll get under the bed and then he'll crawl up into the box spring. So he can't really be on the floor of our bedroom anymore. So I just kind of just make sure to keep him and they definitely need to get taken out. We take our like as much as possible, because they've just obviously they got like so much energy. And after this video, I'm gonna just let them in the bathroom and hang out with them in the bathroom because the cage is nice to everything, but you can tell they don't want to be in the cage. You can tell they don't want to be there. So I take out my out like kind of as much as possible. At least every day. Um, they poop though. They poop like rodents. They're rodents, and they poop like rodents. They poop like mice. Mice like they poop everywhere. Like they poop a lot. And handling them, lots of chinchillas are really skittish. Like you want a chinchilla. Ours is really outgoing. You can get chinchillas though that are just they don't want to get picked up. Like they don't like people and they're scared people. So he's a baby. You really want a chinchilla that's been handled a lot. See, because he's not really scared getting handled. He just wants to go. This is how he is. This is how he is in the cage too. So they just want to go. Like they just always want to go. And when you handle them, you have to be careful with them because their bones are super fragile. They can jump really far, and so you want to be careful with them. But really, you just kind of want to wash them and be careful because they'll get into things. They'll get under things, into things. And my chinchilla, I'll feed him a treat really quick just to show you, but he doesn't really like these, which is good because it's bad for him. But they're the only treats we have right now. So, but I think you feed him like certain types of nuts. I have like a full list. I just don't remember it right off the top of my head. So. I'll link that so you could just see. You could just like you don't even have to think about it. You just know. So, but he doesn't want it. So yeah. And then just some like fun facts about them. They can actually jump over 6 feet. They can jump 6 feet like in the air. They can jump really far, and they can take falls pretty well. Even though their bones are so fragile, like you really gotta be careful with that because they'll break. Even though their bones are so fragile. They can take falls really well. So and they have the softest fur out of all land mammals. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get them so bad because I love softies so much. And then the reason they're so soft, and here's something about how dense their fur is: they have 50 to 80 hairs growing out each hair follicle, where like humans only have 2 or 3. So obviously, like they've got a completely different kind of fur. And so another good thing about oh my god is that they're really compassionate towards other chinchillas. Like if a mother chinchilla can't produce milk for her babies, like another mom chinchilla will come in and like adopt the babies and keep them alive and everything. So that's really nice. And like also chinchilla dads like they won't eat the babies. Like lots like unlike other rodents, like lots of other rodents will actually like the dads will eat their babies. And they won't the chinchilla dads won't harm their babies like at all. And then another thing that's like nice, is that chinchilla dads will actually babysit while the mom's out getting food. Maybe the mom's getting food for herself. Ours is like our chinchilla is very good with people. He was handled every day, so you want to be sure to get one. Oh no! You can't go on the floor. You gotta be sure to get one that has been handled a lot, and I think you can tame them. So kind of like reptiles. So they can get used to handling, but they also have personalities. So it depends on personality. Ours is out there. His name's Tangerines. But I definitely recommend them as pets. They're not really, as you can see, they don't really just like to lay there. But they're cool, and if they have like if they've been handled enough, they'll be like super casual with you and just kind of run around. So that's basically all you need to know. Just be prepared to spend kind of decent amount of money. Like they'll probably end up spending 300, depending on like where you buy stuff, what kind of chinchilla you get, who you get from. So a good place to look for animals is Craigslist. Craigslist is really good. So that's basically everything you really need to know. So yeah, thanks for watching.